Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of Manga Theater. My name is Ben, and another week, another episode of Death Note. Last week on, Light Yagami went on a date, and it was one of the worst dates I've ever seen in television history. Light basically staged this entire thing with a crazed gunman, just so Light could figure out the name of the agent that was following him. It was really crazy. Light did this cool sleight of trick thing where he dropped a note, but it was actually a page written from the Death Note, and so the guy could see Ryuk, and so he freaked out, ran out of the bus, and then got hit by a car. So he did get isekai'd. Yeah. I actually read in the comments last week that in the manga, Light Yagami actually continues to go on his date to the theme park, which is just so weird. If I went on a date with my girlfriend and that stuff happened, I'd be like, let's just go home. Like, let's try another day. I'm really excited to get back to Death Note and continue on in the series with episode 5. If you're excited, or if you've been enjoying this entire series, make sure you hit like, subscribe, maybe even comment something down below. That is the best way you can support me. I also have a review series where I'm reviewing the entire manga of Haikyuu volume by volume, so that's going to be going on for a long time. Make sure you guys check that out. If you also go down into the description, I have websites, I have podcasts. There's a whole bunch of content here on the channel and on my other channels for you, so be sure to support me there as well. But yeah, let's get on into the episode. This opening is such a certified banger. It is fantastic. Here we go. Oh, it's the man who got isekai'd. Welcome back to Death Note, guys.
You there, listen carefully. I came to Japan as part of a secret investigation.
I understand. I promise I won't tell anyone that I met you, and that includes my father. It's just as I thought. And as for the police, I'm sure they'll treat this as just another unfortunate accident.
Huh, maybe he won't kill Raye Penber then. Maybe he'll keep him around, see maybe if he's useful. I don't know.
Hey, welcome back.
What a day.
Ray, what's the matter? Something happened, didn't it?
The bus I was on got hijacked, if you can believe it. I didn't think this kind of thing happened here.
It's interesting that he says, I didn't think these things happened here, which is kind of true. I don't think, I wonder how the gun laws are in Japan.
It's a little hard to believe that that was all a coincidence, don't you think? You got on that bus because you were investigating someone, right? And now you're telling me that this criminal is most likely dead. Suggest that you...
That's enough. You used to be one of the best agents in the FBI, but now you're my fiance, Naomi. We talked about this.
Hey, man. Maybe you should listen to your wife.
It's just force of habit. Sorry about that.
Aw, dude, listen.
Write down the name of that agent, aren't you? The one from the bus.
Not
Nope.
yet. If he dies right after meeting me, I'll only draw attention to myself.
Hell. Another victim.
Wow, that's the most that we've seen of L, just that little second.
This place is crawling with humans. How are you gonna do it here?
I've been using known criminals who live in this part of town to test out different killing methods.
Man, that is not great.
Write a cause of death and the circumstances leading up to it. I can add a name afterwards, and it'll still happen.
Oh, he can add a name afterwards after he writes out the circumstance.
Right on time. Mr. Raye Penber, turn around and you're dead. I am Kira.
This voice. I've heard it somewhere.
Do you see the man working over there at the coffee shop?
Maybe you should have used a better, a voice modulator or something?
I'm afraid I had no choice.
This is just Light's voice.
Repeatedly charged with sexual assault, managed to avoid conviction due to lack of evidence. I'm sure you care more about your loved ones than any of these people here. Think you should consider them the real hostages at the moment.
Man.
First, take the transceiver out of the envelope, then put the earpiece in and await my instructions. Now get on the Yamanote line. It doesn't matter which direction you take.
Man, Light Yagami has a toy now. That is not good.
If I see you looking around, I will kill you.
Yeah, so he already wrote out the circumstances for Raye Penber. If he doesn't do what he wants, then he's just going to write his name. Which is, yeah, crazy.
How many FBI agents are currently in Japan?
I believe it's 4 teams, 3 agents per team for a total of 12.
Now take the papers out of the envelope. I want you to write down the name of your superior, the one who's heading up this
Oh my god. Don't, Ray, just write a different name.
What is he after? Let's face it, he hasn't really left me any
No,
choice.
Ray, what are you doing?
It's not like he can kill them using just their name.
What are you doing? Oh my god, he's an idiot. Oh my god, he's an idiot.
If he's got the names already, why use me? What's he planning to do with them?
Oh.
Good. Looks like you're done.
I feel like the FBI should definitely be having fake names right now. Oh my god,
Who are you?
the like choirs crescendoing. No. No, Ray.
Like Yagami.
Farewell, Raye Penber.
No.
Raye Penber wrote all of those names on pages taken from the death note, actually signing a death warrant for all of his
Yeah, what are
crimes.
you doing, man? When you go on a secret investigation, you should make a fake ID. But he was nice. I really liked Ray.
Agents in Japan are dead.
Calling off our investigation.
You explain this. Are we now suspects in our own investigation?
Yes. Yes, you are.
I find it unbelievable that
Come on, Commissioner Gordon.
the very people working
He's
with you
the
on this case.
detective. He is the detective. He has to look at everything.
Do you know gods of death love apples?
Huh.
Damn you, Kira.
Wow. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Light has been running circles around.
No, he was murdered by Kira.
Uh-oh. Light might have just unleashed like a really smart FBI agent.
I'm sure you've heard of this Kira investigation. Well, I'm currently in charge of it.
That's totally awesome, Dad. You're the best cop ever.
No, it's not. It's not awesome. It's not cool.
Does that mean they were all killed by Kira?
I lie. Does that mean they were all killed by Ooh. Oh my god.
Dad, you should quit too.
You should quit too.
I could never forgive myself if I walked away from this. I will not sit back and let evil triumph.
Dad, you.
Please, dear.
I think it's honorable.
And if anything should ever happen to you, I'm going to find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
Does Light actually care about his dad? I'm very interested to see how this relationship forms because we haven't really seen it. We haven't really seen it. Do you think maybe he got like his sense of justice and like honor from like his father maybe? Or like his sense of like, well, obviously his sense of justice is construed, but
But I don't really remember any of the other passengers.
Thanks for talking with me anyway. I appreciate it.
Wow.
Kira could have been
Yeah.
one of the passengers on the bus that day.
It seems that Light has just released a really good FBI agent into the open that he has no idea. She's working alone, and that makes it even harder to like catch her.
5 men, huh? Well, 6, including myself.
The fact that you've chosen to stay means you have a strong sense of justice.
Strong sense of justice. Strong sense of justice. We'll talk about that at the end. That is a huge theme of this show.
But you never have to show your face, do you?
Yeah, show us your face. Show us.
After all, I did say that I trusted all of you.
It's not like we'd ever know.
Well, it is possible.
I believe El. I think we can trust him.
These police officers already have more distinct looks and personalities than some of the other police officers. So I would assume that Light is probably going to have to face off against all of them. Hope we don't get too attached.
Classified information was leaked.
He needed to weed out anyone who
Very
wasn't totally
smart.
committed.
Very smart.
You need a suite at the Tato Hotel at the moment. Please arrange it so you're all here at midnight.
Maybe look a little bit less suspicious. Oh my god, are we going to see him? Are we going to see him? Are we going to see him? I like his hair. It's very anime.
My first public appearance as L.
I want to see him. I want to see.
Real battle is only just beginning.
Yeah, Elle hasn't made a move in the past couple of episodes. Don't you leave on a cliffhanger. You show me his face. Don't you leave on a cliffhanger.
Please, let yourselves in.
God, Commissioner Gordon is so cool. Are you Are I can't believe they just did that. That is a cliffhanger on the level of Attack on Titan. Ugh. Damn. And I don't have time to watch another episode. No. Oh, that is absurd. Okay. All right, discussion time. All right, where to begin? So much happened in this episode. And let's start from the end, going from the start. We're getting newer and newer glimpses of him. So I'm pretty sure that next episode we'll see him. It just was like, man, I thought that payoff would be really good. But it's just they were like, nah, come back next week. Come back next week. And yeah, it's a very effective storytelling tool to get your audience to come back, you know. That's why almost all mangas end with a very interesting cliffhanger. That makes you come back next week, read the chapter, or watch the episode, stuff like that. So apparently L was not even searching that hard for Light in the past couple of days. Obviously he was still, you know, doing all this stuff, but in reality his main purpose was to lessen the task force to a group of people that he could trust, which is very smart. The case probably needs more people who are under the radar, who are going to be less visible to Light. That's probably how this is going to need to work. And that's why I think it's really, really dangerous that lady FBI agent who was the fiancée of Raye Penber is let loose, because she immediately caught on. Are you sure it's not anybody in the bus? You know, are you sure it's not this? Are you sure it's not that? Right? And Raye Penber was like, it's fine, you know. Listen to your wife, man. You know, like, she had it. She was on it immediately. But as soon as Ray gave up his identity, it was the end for him, basically. I thought that maybe Light would keep him around just to toy with him a little bit more, which I hoped happened because, number one, I liked the voice actor, I liked the voice performance of him, and I liked the character. But it was inevitable, right? And the way Light did it was really, really scary, killing that guy who was just sweeping that floor. I will say Ray isn't the smartest. Ray isn't the sharpest tool in the shed. But, you know, I think that it's hard to judge him because the logic of this case is really, really hard, you know. And did Ray... This is difficult because that's might be something that's overlooked by L. L probably should have told him, make a fake name, make a fake ID, don't tell anybody your name, you know, and definitely don't bring any family members that they could, you know, that he could leverage over you. Because Ray he was like, oh, if I, like, what's the harm of writing my names? It's not like they can kill him with their names, which, you know, makes sense because the idea of, like, a note that you could write somebody's name down and then the description of death and then happens is just so bizarre when you're living in the normal world. But, or did L just not care? Like, was L like, you know, they're FBI agents, it's their duty to die? But I don't know. I don't think L would do that because he has such a sense of justice. Segue, as I said earlier in the episode, sense of justice has just such a ginormous theme in this series. Light's sense of justice is so misconstrued. Not misconstrued, but he thinks he should be the sole designation of justice. L also thinks that he is a harbinger of justice. These police officers also think that. It feels like every group is being set up to be their own version of justice and go down their own road. Overall, I think this episode was very, very necessary to remind us who Light Yagami's big opponent is, and that's L. But also, Light, as smart as he is, as clever as he is, and and as thorough as he still makes mistakes. And that FBI agent lady was not really something that he could have foreseen, but still, when you kill off people in high places, they are going to have friends in similar scenarios. And those friends might be even smarter or even better than those people. So now Light's going to have to deal with two things at once, which is going to be very fascinating to see. I think it's very fascinating that Light can write a description in the Death Note and then write the name on top of it. Thus, why he was able to make that whole thing with Raye Penber happen. Because he had it all written out, and he was like, if you don't do this, you'll die. And one of the best shots of the series so far is when he walks out of the train, and he's the first person to ever learn that it's Light Yagami, but he dies from it. You know, he dies with that information, and I wonder how many people are going to die with that information that it is Light Yagami. And the shot was awesome. The door was closing in on him. It's great. It's like he was entering, you know, he had just left the world of the living, and Light Yagami is still staying on. He's still continuing on that train. It was a really nice, interesting shot. One of the things that I'm most interested to see is Light's relationship with his father. Does he actually care about his father? Is this something that's going to get in Light's way? Is his family going to get into his way of fixing the world in his sense? Is his dad the reason why Light is the way he is? Since his dad is like the leader of the cops, did he get his sense of justice and his sense of entitlement from his dad? Don't know. That's something that we're going to have to see later on. But yeah, you guys, I had such an awesome time reacting to this episode with you guys. Make sure you hit like, subscribe. Once again, that's the best way that you can help me out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. This was episode 5 of Death Note. Bye, you guys. Last week on Death Note went on a Death Note. Did I just call Light Yagami Death Note? Okay, we're gonna restart that over.